Big Cass, again, man. How you doing, man? First and foremost.
I'm doing good. Just living my life right now. Just kind of hitting the gym, waiting for my 90 days to end, and anticipating what's next on my schedule, and just trying to get myself in the best shape possible, and
Yeah.
just kind of living life, man. I don't know how else to say it. Just kind of living right now.
Hey, man. The last time I had you on the show here, everything was cool. You know what I mean? Big Cass, my guy, as far as touted being, you know, going down as one of the best big men in this business, a guy who was touted, in my estimation, to become WWE champion one day, and now you find yourself on the outside looking in. The world wants to
Yeah.
know, man, and the question, is what happened?
Well, Boog, if I'm going to be honest with you, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes in a very short period of time. I did some things that I probably shouldn't have done, and I guess the company they couldn't rely on me. They couldn't trust me, and look, I'll just be honest with you. In my opinion, they made the right decision for them. I mean, it was the right decision to get rid of me at that point in time. Not saying I won't be back, but at that point in time, they definitely made the right decision for them. And to be honest with you, looking at it, they made the right decision for me. So they just that's what happened. Too many mistakes in too short of a period. Everyone makes mistakes, but when you make that many mistakes in that short of a period of time, then you lose people's trust, and you're not reliable anymore.
Hey, man, to be able to say that, takes a big man, to actually step up and say something like that. Would you have fired yourself?
Yeah, I would have.
No, I
I
mean,
definitely. I would have fired myself if I was in businessman's position. I would have fired myself for sure, 100%.
and I say that because I ask myself many, many nights, sitting, in that cell block, would I have sent myself to prison, knowing, where I came from and whatnot, and people talk about, well, maybe if you wasn't from that side of the tracks, you would have got probation and this and that and whatnot. And I tell myself all the time, man, I would have sent myself to prison. No, I'm serious. I'm
Exactly.
serious. No, I learned so much, man, by that experience. Having everything taken away from me. I learned so much from that experience. But more importantly, I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, you did wrong, and you did wrong at the ultimate level, and you should be punished for it. My mother always told me, Junior, you know right from wrong. It's no gray area, and with something like that, for you to be able to, say something like that, it's huge, man. And I look at guys like Drew McIntyre. I talked to him many, many times, as well as Jinder Mahal. Drew, more importantly, was talking about how young he was and how he really did not understand, the opportunity that he had, and he almost lost it all. But now I look at him; he's back. He looks better than he's ever looked before. And that's the question I ask you: what's going to be your route, back to that grand stage?
Well, my route is right now. So here's the thing. I started with Johnny Rods at his school when I was very young,
Yeah.
and I never really got to see what else was out there, because about a year into me training, I got a call from WWE, and they signed me, and I got signed right away to FCW. So my whole career has pretty much been in FCW and NXT, but I never really got to see what else is out there. So I don't. There's a whole world out there right now. So I just want to get out there, see what else is going on, and but I will be back, and obviously the goal is to come back to WWE. So right now I'm just kind of going to explore and take opportunities where they show themselves to me. But I will be back to WWE hopefully one day if they'll have me back. But yeah, right now I'm just seeing what else is out there, because when I got signed to FCW, I was very, very young. I had experienced nothing outside of WWE, so that's all I know. That's all I know, and that's all that I've done my entire career. So right now, my goal is to see what else is out there.
I tell you, man, it's the thing is, you're gonna realize it. How much more time you got? Maybe month? Maybe less than a month. You're gonna find.
I have another. I think 22 days.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to find out really quick that you're going to have more work than you can handle. But the thing is, picking it wisely, choosing wisely. My thing is, not getting injured out there to, some rinky-dink independent show to pick up a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? You got a future in Japan, if you want to go there. You got a future in Mexico, if you want to go there. I mean, Puerto Rico, is so much money to be made around the world right now. It's not even funny. I mean, just right now tonight, that All In show going on down there, right outside of Chicago, sold out, 10,000 people. You could definitely be a part of something like that and drawing a huge crowd.
Isn't that I'm sorry, I don't want to. I'm sorry. Isn't that insane? That
we dropped. Did we drop?
I think his phone cut out
Technical difficulties.
I think his phone cut out there. But, it is interesting. He seems to be.
We'll try to get him back on the line.
Yeah,
here.
it seems to be that he's self-aware. He understands what happened and what his path is back. And what's weird is when you see a lot of guys get released from WWE, a lot of them kind of go the other way. And they say, well, I didn't deserve to be let go.
Well, a lot of guys complain and moan and groan like, the company owed them something.
Right.
Not like it was
like the company gave them an opportunity.
Not like it's a regular job. Like you go to a regular job and you fill out the application and then they do the background check and look on your Facebook account and see a bunch of naked photos. And they say, no, you're not the type of person that we want working with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is real. You know what I mean? This guy right here, he's owning up to a mistake that he made. And the thing is, I tell people all the time, we got him back.
I believe so. I believe he's back on the line.
Technical difficulty there, guys. But Big Cass, what were you talking about as far as the All In show?
I was just saying, I can't believe how many tickets they sold. I mean, it's incredible what they've done there. It's insane.
You know what though? That should tell you something. That really should tell you something, that there is life after WWE. I mean, there's so much work out there. The goal is to make it back to WWE, of course, but to hone your craft, man, to know exactly, what works for yourself, for Big Cass, to know exactly how to go out there and, and create your playbook, to go out there and have that worldly experience. And I really think, for guys like, Drew, it helped him. Jinder Mahal, the first show he did after leaving WWE was with us. Okay, the first show, and Jinder came and he worked on the show, and he came back to the dressing room, and he looked so depressed, he looked so down, and he was beating himself up so bad because he thought he should have been such a much better worker than all of the guys on the show, and he realized the guys here at Reality of Wrestling was just as good or better than he was, and it showed him that he had to go out there and really put in more work. And I look at Jinder now. I look at Jinder Mahal now. If he came back to a Reality of Wrestling show, he would overshadow everybody on the roster by far. It would be like a cloud. That's how much better and how much different Jinder got after leaving and coming back. So I'm gonna tell you, man, it's light at the end of the tunnel for you, bro.
Well, I definitely believe that, and I hope that's the case for me. But yeah, Jinder, he left in a certain. I think when he left, he was still with 3MB, and then he came back and he wins the world title in like 6 months. Like it was unbelievable the progress he made.
And that's the name of the game, man. Hey, man, question. Do you ever think about reuniting with Enzo?
No. Look, what me and him had was very special.
Yeah.
It was special in NXT. It was special in WWE. I feel like it ran its course, and they pulled the trigger on separating us at the right time. Unfortunately, I got injured, but they pulled the trigger at the right time. I just me and him, we don't keep in contact. We're not friends, so I just don't think that's going to be a possibility. I mean, let me tell you something, Booger. If the money's right, yeah, I'll definitely do it.
Just how the Spinneroonie came out of retirement.
I like to hear that.
But at this point in time, I haven't been fielded any offers from anybody, so I don't know.
No,
look, you can. They say never say never.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe one day me and him will be reunited, and me and him will be great friends again, and we'll just take the world by storm. But right now, I would say I don't think there's a chance. No.
Can you rate Real One's rap skills?
Oh, man.
What, man?
You already know how I feel,
now?
Yeah, that's the name he's going. You ever seen? He's got all kind of videos out there. Real One, man. Real One is hot.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Bury
that.
Me a G. You haven't heard that?
No,
I mean, it's one of the hottest songs out on YouTube and social media right now. Bury Me a G, right?
Look, you're kidding me. Is he really good for him? Is he really one of the
Bro,
hottest
he's got
rappers out there right now?
videos. I'm talking about high dollar videos too. I mean, I'm serious. What they done put?
They've definitely put some money into it.
Come on now. You cannot tell me you're not aware of Real One.
No, I didn't know he was doing that well. I mean, look, I wish him nothing but the best, and if he's doing that well, good for him. I had no idea. I mean, maybe after this interview, I'm going to give it a listen.
Hey,
but
man.
I didn't know he was killing it like
Brad,
that.
Brad, my partner here. My partner,
Good for
he loves Real One.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but that's neither here nor there.
Come on, man.
But Kaz, I have a question for you. Have you unplugged yourself from wrestling? It kind of sounds like, you're not aware of what's going on with Enzo. Have you just, after, your release, have you just said, I'm just going to take a break for a minute. I don't want to know about what's going on. I'm not reading the sheets. I'm just going to unplug and kind of reset.
100%. I haven't watched SmackDown, Raw, Paper. I haven't watched anything wrestling since I got released. I've just been, just doing my thing, working out, eating right, and watching my, binge watching, obviously, my favorite television shows that I'm trying to catch up on and stuff like that. But I have not watched a single second of wrestling since I got released.
Hey, man,
I don't even know who. I don't even know who the champions are nowadays. So I'm assuming Brock is still Universal Champion.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
No, Brock is not. Roman Reigns is now the Universal Champion.
Good for Roman. Hell yeah, I really love Roman.
And
good for him.
AJ Styles, right? AJ Styles and Ronda Rousey. She's the champion. Hey, stick around. I got a couple more questions I got to get to you, Big Cass. Just stick around for me. Hear the conversation, y'all. Back in a moment.